Hey, hey, pretty girl.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfect.
All right, good. I don't know why I've been having issues when I've been doing like lives on my phone, like with different avenues. My sound's not been working, and I don't know what's going on. So I'm glad it's working for us.
Oh no, yeah, no, it sounds perfect. Okay, so hey guys, it's your girl P, and today I got Noah Bensi in the building.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good, good. Sorry, I'm in the restroom at this hotel. Because tonight, a couple of porn stars were in town, so I just came by to hang out with them and stuff.
That's
But
fun.
I had the live here. I'm like, I'm not canceling my live, so you know, go in there, and I'm gonna come right up in this restroom. But yeah, so I'm super excited to finally get you on the channel. You know, I've been following you for years. How long have you been in this industry?
I think I'm going on, or maybe just past like 10 years now.
Okay, yeah, because when I got started, it's about to be. I'm about to hit my 5-year mark in November, and I know when I was watching your videos, you were already in it for like 5 to 6 years already.
It is like a little bit blurry because I feel like I'm so prehistoric at this point that like the site that I originally on doesn't exist anymore.
Oh wow!
And then like I joined MV before MV started tracking when you joined. So like the date that's on there when I joined isn't the right date. I don't know. It's really weird. So I like actually don't like everyone has like a cam anniversary. I kind of like made mine up because like I just remember it being sometime. I want to say it was sometime in April. So it is coming up, but like that's all I really know.
Okay. Well, I just want to say thank you for the videos that you had out there for the girls because, like other people, when I got into it, so just as a timestamp, this was 2018 when I started watching your videos.
Okay.
And there was other people on there, but they would only have like 1 or 2 videos, and it's almost like everybody was starting this whole life as a cam girl, making a couple videos, but not they just I guess fell off, didn't have longevity. But your channel had like so many videos, and it was just really, really well. It still is very, very helpful to girls, especially someone just beginning, because there's not a lot of resources out there for us. So I just want to say thank you for putting that content
You're
out.
welcome.
Hold on, let me tell them they're gonna have to be quiet. I know y'all have to be.
I'm jealous. I want to go to this hotel party.
They're like, okay, mom.
You're like, keep it down.
But so without your videos, it really, I don't know if I would be camming right now, because it really made me feel comfortable, like I can do it. So what made you start putting videos out there?
I guess like I always boil it down to two things. One, like I'm autistic, so I have a really hard time like learning new things. But once I learn that new thing, I'm like a professional at it. Like you know what I mean? Like I know every little in and out. That's just the way like my brain works. And I never ever really feel comfortable starting something without fully knowing it. But with Cam, it was like different because you were just saying there wasn't many resources out there. There wasn't many things to really look up as far as like to learn. So I kind of did go into it a bit blind. I had one girl I knew from like my town who like was the first person I ever knew personally to Cam. So that's like I started talking to her, and that's how I got introduced to my first site ever.
Mm.
But she didn't really like help. Nothing against her. It's not like I asked really even, but like she just like she wasn't very helpful. She was dealing with like her own life and her own stuff. So like I was really on my own, and I just started like watching girls and just trying to like learn the ins and outs by myself, and it was the first time I ever really did anything like that. So it was just like a lot. Anytime I would ask for help, like 9 times out of 10 they were really mean to me or just
Yeah.
ignored me completely. And I was kind of like, this is weird because the entire reason I got into the adult industry in the first place is because I came from mainstream modeling and acting. And
Oh,
the girls were like, a lot of the girls, at least the ones that I interacted with, I don't want to like push anyone else down, but like were really snobby, like cutthroat, fake. And like I got my heart broken a lot of times by girls I thought were my friends that were in the modeling industry that like were just the worst. And so so when I before cam I was working as a manager at a strip club,
okay.
and that's what introduced me to like the adult world in general. And all those girls there were so freaking nice. And
Mhm.
I met like a few of these like featured porn stars. I met Alexis Texas, like, and I was like, wow, this industry is so cool and magical and everyone's so great and like what the heck. And then I joined into cam myself and everyone was really mean and I was like really confused.
Yeah. I think, how people are is different with different sorts of the like sex work.
Oh, totally. And I
Yeah.
had no idea. So I just was like, I was definitely grouping them all together and like they're amazing. Like they're all gonna be super supportive. And that just wasn't the truth. So I made my channel because yeah, once I started learning the ins and outs and like time went by and I was like having my own experiences and stuff like that, I was like, I want to put videos out that can help girls like me, not maybe necessarily autistic, but like that are like looking for resources that are like, how do I start? How do I do this? What is this? You know what I mean? Because it can be really scary to go about this alone,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Sorry, it's probably better if I come back here.
You're good. It's honestly, it's not that loud.
Oh, it was okay. So it's really loud in my ear, and they were like distracting because I started hearing their
You know.
conversation. So I was just like, it's okay. I'll come out here, no problem. But yeah, so thank you for making that. And then, okay, so how is life as a cam girl? How has it changed over the past 10 years?
So I will say the industry as a whole becoming more popular definitely has its like bittersweet moments
Hmm.
where it would be like sweet, like before the whole dawn of like OnlyFans, before the whole where everyone started getting really popular when it was really like when it was a little bit of a smaller pool. I will say like the the customers were like not more generous, but there was like less of them and there was more whales, which are like the ones that tip really big.
Hmm.
Like I just because the pool was smaller, you know what I mean? So it just seemed like it was easy. Like I was making easily like $700 a day when I first started, and I didn't think that was a lot because there was girls making way more than me at that time because I was new. But like
Hmm.
I was just like, oh, like I would make like $4 400 on a Monday, 700 on a Tuesday, like 1,200 on a Wednesday, another 12, and it was just easy. Like I didn't really have to. I didn't feel like I had to do much for it. A lot of times, I mean, I still kind of cam the same where I just kind of sit and smile and like hi, but like it was just easier and like less
Hmm.
of this like this, but at the same time, I will also say it was way less diversified. There was way more like weirdos in the sense where like I don't know, just a lot of predators, a lot of like creepy people
Hmm.
as the whales, you know. It was a little bit difficult for, and I mean it still is for like girls like my complexion or darker to really get eyes on them because there always seems to be some type of popular look. At the time it was like I don't know if you guys remember. I love her. I'm not bashing her at all. Like she's great. Sabrina Nelly. She was like the most popular cam girl at the time. She's beautiful. She has like a Megan Foxy kind of like hazel eyes, dark hair, like white, really,
Hmm.
really skinny, really pretty. She did amazing shows and stuff, but she was like the it girl when it first started. Everyone wanted to look like her. Everyone that did look like her did really well. And like obviously like I don't look like that. So like
Hmm.
as much as I loved her shows and I think she's a sweetheart, like she's nice. Like it was not, again, nothing against her. It was just like she became what was popular. And I feel like um nowadays it's not as much like that. Like it still is, don't get me wrong. But like I don't really receive the same amount of like weird fetishization as I did when I first started. Like I
Mhm.
see a lot more brown girls and black girls and everyone's joining now. It wasn't like that like 10 years ago. There was like this whole thing. Like
Okay. Yeah, I definitely, because, okay, so I started maybe a couple years before OnlyFans, before the pandemic, really, when that whole pandemic made OnlyFans just be so popular. And so I can say, like, I used to sit on cam shows and I would just get tipped for just sitting there. Nowadays, I feel like I have to really work for the tokens. It's not just
I
sitting there saying, "Hey," and then, they're just tipping just because you're talking.
yeah, like okay, well like when I first started, and I think probably in 2018 too, like the Lush wasn't as popular as it is now. And
Mhm.
when I cam without the Lush, I don't make like any money. Like, well, I do, but like I'll make money off of privates. But like I don't like no one tips. It's really weird. Like,
Mhm.
but then but like before, like that was even a thing before the Lush was even like invented. Like, yeah, you would just be sitting there and people would just be like sending you money to exist. Which I mean, it still happens. It just doesn't happen the same way. Like I don't know how to
Yeah.
explain. I don't want to like yeah like because it still happens. It's just not the same.
So
Definitely.
throughout these 10 years, have you like taken a break from camming or quit, or you kind of just been consistent and
So I wouldn't say like taking a break from camming. I will say camming like opened a lot of doors for me to like do other things along the way. So I had like, which I'm still down to kind of do, but I had like a whole like mainstream kind of era where like for 2 years I was doing a lot of mainstream content with like Twisties and Penthouse and Bing Bros and all those companies.
okay, so you
Um,
were doing like porn then.
yes, but I was doing it like I was only doing girl and solo.
Okay.
And I was pretty much independent. I had a manager, but I wasn't with an agency. And then my manager, Greg, God bless his heart, he's great. He would like kind of negotiate for me and like help me get jobs. And then like um I would go and stay with him, or I would stay somewhere in like the LA area. And
Hmm.
then like just being there would get me jobs. Like, cause he would be like, oh, Noah's in town. Like, anyone want to shoot? So I was an extra a couple of times on like certain sets where I was just making like, I don't know, like $500 to just sit
Okay.
and be like around. Like, but
Hmm.
like, but yeah, I had that. I had a little era of that. Around the time I guess you started, like around the pandemic, I was really just like feeling very like burnt out and very like I was okay. So I guess I can just like talk about it. It's not like it's like I'm not negatively talking about the company. MFC is just not for me. And I
Okay.
feel sad saying it because I did put so many years into MFC and like I repped that company so hard and I would go to like the conventions. Like I don't know what I'm like for instance, like AVN next year, I don't know where I'm gonna go. Like MFC was always like my home, you know what I mean? But it
Hmm.
didn't treat me that way. And that was like one of the problems. Like I felt very ignored by like the company in general. They don't really promote any like they don't have a model promotion like I don't know why like the site runs really old like a lot of the customers on there were just weird. My room, I don't know, every time I would do something like you know how I do my big elaborate like cosplay shows now, like
Hmm.
I would make no money. Like it was just like the saddest situation and I was just like maybe it's me, like maybe I don't know. And I just started feeling like really shitty honestly and I wanted to quit. I even have a video on my YouTube channel where I'm like, should I? Like, I don't even know what to do.
Hmm.
And it is my main source of like income. I make all my money off of cam, so it was like really difficult for me to figure out my balance. And I didn't take a break, but I did what do you call like cut my hours down a lot, and I started live streaming on a safer work like app,
Okay.
which is a whole nother adventure. Oh my that app, like yeah, you were on it. Like that app was an app. Anyway, so
Yeah.
that was
That
fine.
was.
I made good money on there. Like it was fine, but then they thought I was a child. and banned me from the entire site and banned my IP and everything because I'm a child. Um,
Oh my
so,
goodness.
but like it was fun while it lasted. And by the time that it did ban me and I was like done with it, I was like back in my groove with Cam. So kind of.
Okay.
But no, I've never taken like a real break, I guess. Like I never went back to like mainstream work or anything like that. Like I've always just done this.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think you did. So she's somebody that's been consistent for 10 years on cam. That's very commendable. And
It's
then
crazy.
last year you made XBiz best cosplayer of the year. How the fuck was that? Like
That
that shit
was
is so
so
cool.
weird. Okay, I don't understand. Okay, so let me set you up with my frame of mind. I genuinely and like I'm sorry, XBiz, I'm sorry, AVN, but I low key thought these like contests were kind of rigged.
Mhm.
And I feel bad saying that, but I just was like, I don't know. And then the one year, I won't name names, but the one year one of my friends won, she was like, she told me, this is not for Expos, though, it's for the AVN. She was like, yeah, they told me before that I won because I'm upstairs and they had to have me come downstairs to accept the award. So I knew
Mhm.
before they called it. So I was like, oh, they tell people before, like even if it's not like necessarily rigged, but you know you're winning. So I was like in
Mhm.
my head, right, like whatever. Never won an award before. Like I've been up and nominated for a bunch of different things, like, and always just took that as my own honor. Like, oh, I'm nominated this, nominated that. Like that's so
Mhm.
cool because it is.
Yes,
Like that's
it really
cool.
is.
Like and then so like the whole like time leading up to the awards, people are like, "Oh, you're nominated." Like, I voted for you. Like, I think you're gonna. I will say though, I did see like a huge uptick in votes. Like, mad people were like tweeting that they voted me, and I like didn't see that before with other awards. But I don't know. I honestly I was going through so much in my personal life that like it didn't like register. So I'm
Mhm.
just like at this place did not think I was gonna win. Like that was not in my brain. Like I don't know how to
Mhm.
explain like how not in my brain that was. So I'm just
And then
like
they
having a
call your
grand old
name.
time, like running around Miami as Tina, just being
Oh
like
yeah,
a
I
dumb
remember.
bitch.
That cosplay was so cute. I fucking love Bob's Burgers.
I'm actually cosplaying her next weekend for my little Saturday morning show I do. But
Okay.
oh my god, so yeah, so then I'm sitting there and I went with Brandit, which is like that copyright uh fighting group.
Mhm.
And I went with Brandit, I'm sitting there with them and they're all like, "You're gonna win." And I'm like, shut up. Like I'm not like you guys are so nice to me. Like, no, I'm not. Like I'm just like, what are you talking about? And it actually was like the first award announced. So I was like, ooh, cosplay. And you know
Ooh,
me, I'm like the biggest cheerleader ever. So I like got out my phone and I'm like, I'm gonna like record whoever wins because like they are my friends. And I thought
yeah.
it was gonna be like my friend Ash or my friend Bunny. Like I don't know. Like it's not me. Like it's never me.
Mhm.
Like, so
And then they call your name, and how'd you
I'm like
feel?
recording the thing, and my friend Jessica that works for Brandon was like, I felt in my bones that you were gonna win, so I started recording you, and I was just like, that's why the video starts where they like call my name, and I'm like, because I straight up was so confused, and then I
Oh my
proceeded to
goodness.
cry for like 30 minutes. And I'm not a crybaby, so I was like, I was just like so like confused, like, and then my little like speech. I'm so glad that that wasn't like necessarily recorded because like I don't even remember what I said, and I kind of was just like, ah. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
I
Yeah.
mean, I could have said so many things, but again, I wasn't prepared in my brain. Like, if I knew I was gonna win, I would have like wrote a speech. But like, I was like, what the? Oh my god,
Oh my
so
gosh.
wild. And then I kept like posting like, this doesn't feel real. Like I did not know I was gonna win. This is crazy. And then it made me feel almost like corny or cliche because I was like, that's what all the winners say. But I swear on sweet baby Jesus that I was not gonna win. Like that
Oh
was
my
the
goodness.
crazy. That was wild. I don't even know.
I
Like,
was
just
so
like,
sad I wasn't there last year because that was the first one since, they weren't doing the virtual ones anymore. And I was nominated, but I really didn't feel like I was going to win. But I knew that you and my other friend was going to win. Like, I just knew it.
that's what people
And
were saying. And I'm like, how did everyone know this but me?
yes. And so y'all both won, and I was just so fucking proud. I'm like, my friends won
It
Expo
was
Awards.
crazy. Oh my
That is
God.
so cool. So I'm excited this year. I said I wasn't gonna go unless I was nominated again, but either way, I do think I'm gonna be there this year because literally all my friends are going. So
See, I'm like really torn because I had a lot of like regret not going to the AVNs this year, but I couldn't. Like, I just couldn't afford it. I was working with this company and like they didn't pay me for like 2 months. It was nuts.
mm,
So like that was gonna be my money and I couldn't go. And then this year with the Expos, I really want to go like so bad. Like so many of my friends are gonna be there and stuff. But I'm also like really trying to save to move right now. And after April 1st, like after tomorrow, literally, like I'm officially on a month to month with my rent. And then they're
mhm.
going to give me like 60 days notice before I have to get out. And then they didn't give me a timeline. So I'm just like, okay. So I'm kind of just like living in this like weird limbo because I have money right now and I want to go to Expos. My best friend's birthday is in like a couple of days. I want to go do that. And like,
Mhm.
I'm just like, I feel like I can't do anything because at any moment they're gonna be like, "Oh, you gotta leave, you gotta go," and I'm just like, "Oh God, this
That
is
is
weird."
so
Like,
that's so hard. I'm going through a lot of changes in my personal life. I talk about that a lot on my channel. Um, just because I don't know. I feel like I just wanted to be real with my YouTubers because sometimes they
yeah,
just I feel like our YouTubers or our female fans put us on like this super high pedestal. So it's like we feel obligated to keep this up, but I have to tell them like I'm human too. Like I have my struggle weeks, I have my struggle moments and all this stuff as well. So right now I'm going through, my breakup's over, completely done, but just the whole getting back into the groove of things, paying everything on my own, being on my own again, and just dealing with that, it's a lot. So moving, I just thank God I didn't have, well, whoever, I don't really believe in God, but
I don't believe in sweet baby Jesus either. It's just fun to say.
but thank God anyways that I didn't have to move. So I'm still staying there, but it's just like now everything is just on me where I've been dividing it for years. And so that's sad. I couldn't even imagine trying to move right now.
It's crazy, and this particular move, like I want to get out of like where I am, and I want to move to like Nevada, like really bad,
Hmm.
just to like help me out with like because rent is so expensive, and like I don't know, I'm just not happy where I'm at, and I just need to change. I want to move. I want to see if I can get like a bigger, like an extra bedroom to what I already have because like I really
Hmm.
want like my own cam room and like just like a lot. But I feel like if I had a span of time, like if I had a better timeline, I would be able to like save better and like prepare. But like
Hmm.
they didn't give me any timeline, so I'm kind of just like guessing, and I'm just like I don't know what to do now because like I want to go to expos, I want to go to like Leah's birthday, like I want to have things I want to do and like I
Hmm.
can't do them. Like so I'm just like confused.
Hey, Finny, that's my other friend that won the XBiz award. So when y'all both won, I was like,
You like
ah,
summoned her because we were just talking
ah,
about her.
no. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's a lot. So, but I am gonna definitely try to go to XBiz this year. I think whether I'm nominated or not, like I need to go, and then that'll be the first expo that I'll go to that's not like fans aren't allowed. And
Oh, you're
so,
gonna love it. Like regardless if I go or not, like you just going, like you're gonna love it. Like it's so nice. I don't know how to explain it. And if they have it in South Beach, where they think they are going to,
mhm,
South Beach is like I don't know if you've ever been, but it's just like a strip. So like you're like everything's just like around you. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you forget a dress or if you forget a shoe or if you want to eat, like everything's like right there. You don't really have to like Uber anywhere. I will say like definitely take an Uber or a Lyft like at night. I wouldn't walk South Beach looking fine as fuck at like 2 in the morning from a hotel. Don't do that. But like literally like me and Lex and last year or whatever, we would just like take an Uber and literally it would just circle around because our hotel was like 2 blocks down. We were just like, we're not walking wearing these outfits. But
Oh yeah, not looking all good.
no, because South Beach gets weird at night. Like people are just like wild because they're drunk and like running around and being crazy. Like you don't want to deal with like weird people. But like in general, it's super super nice. And then once you're like behind the closed doors, like at the resort or at wherever you are, it's like the pool. I will say get to the pool early, as early as you can handle it, because you want to claim a spot that's like nice, and then you can just like sit by. Literally, I just sat by the pool the whole time, and then like people just bought me drinks because everyone's super nice, and then like I would buy them
Oh,
drinks, and then like we were just like literally would just hang out the whole time. It was so nice.
yes, I have to get out there. I really, really do.
It was
Going to
awesome.
Expos, going to Miami. Like I've never been to Miami, so I think that would be cool just to go explore and see what's going out there. Do you plan on going to any exoticas this year?
I mean, I plan on going to all the things, but now I'm just like I don't know what's going on, so I have to move first. Let's just like prioritize the moving, I guess, and then from there, then yeah, anything that's after that, I'm down to do. Someone like talking, someone like there. Oh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Somebody
yeah,
got.
anything after moving or whatever, like I'm down to do. I just don't know when that's happening yet. Like I'm just it feels really weird. Like I don't know if I'm like blessed enough to get to the point where like I have moving money and I can like totally set that aside and then kind of make like an additional savings, then like I will travel
Mhm.
ahead of time. I just don't want that 60-day notice to hit and then I'm like running around like a chicken.
Yeah, cause moving. Oh my gosh, moving expenses is oh. So we moved a lot. Like as a child, I'm always moving. This is the first time in my life that I've been. This is the first time in my life that I've been in a place for like over 5 years, and I'm just like really excited to stay put for a while because I've always just moved and moved and moved, and moving is just tough, expensive, irritating. It's just like should just get me there already.
I can't. I want it to be over, truly. Honestly, I want to try to get enough money so I can just like tell them I'm leaving instead of them giving me notice. Just be like, hey, bye
Yeah,
guys, like I'm going now.
yeah, for
Like,
sure, for sure.
so I mean, I'm
So,
almost there. I've had a really good past couple of months as far as savings and like stuff. So like, I'm happy. It's just I'm not there yet. So it's like I don't know.
so let's talk about I'm sorry.
You're
They
good.
done bought me I don't drink, and so they bought me this daiquiri, and I've been sipping on it. So I'm trying to have get my train of thought together. But let's talk about your YouTube channel.
Okay.
Okay, so what's the plans for your YouTube channel this year? What you got to bring for all your fans? Anything special? What's going on?
So I have a few videos planned out for like the next coming weeks. I actually effed up this week's video and I'm really upset about it. So I scheduled it for Thursday and not Wednesday. And then when
Okay.
it went to go out, it got copyright. And it just like I can't post it. So I'm like I have to re-edit it. But I also like just got like my period and I'm low key dying. So I'm just like, okay, like
Period,
yeah, so
pal.
I'm just like I don't want to do this right now. Like so I'm probably going to actually fix the video like tonight and just randomly post it and then post another one on Wednesday. So you might get a double this week kind of
Oh,
situation. But
bonus video.
kind of my plan is I just want to get consistency going as far as the weeks. Once that starts happening and I start getting like consistent views again and like people know I'm alive and back from the dead and like subscribers start popping up like it actually rises because thankfully god I love you guys like I haven't really lost that many since I stopped posting. It's just I haven't gained any either, so that's good I guess. But, like,
Yeah.
so I'm just I want to get maybe like to 10K or something and then like but my overall plan is I want my I want my YouTube to be able to provide you with everything that you need to get started, but I want to also put like deeper information behind a bit of a paywall, but with good reason. And I want to probably use like a Patreon or something like that and
Okay.
put like more extensive tutorials. So like how to actually edit your porn. And I will literally show you
Mm,
on mine. Like, you know what I mean? Cause I can't show that on YouTube. Or like
yeah.
how to I don't know how to talk your I don't know how to findom or whatever, where I go a little bit more deep on things that like I don't necessarily can or want to post publicly because like I don't know, it's just secrets, like little
Yeah,
secrets and stuff. That's
for
why it's called
sure.
Secret Life, you know. So I want to post videos like that, but I think I'm only gonna do it for like super cheap. Like I'm gonna do for like $1 or $2. Like it's gonna be like right, like you know what I mean, just so you can just pass that little secretive thing. And then now this is very big picture. I want to eventually I have some ideas, but they're like in my head. So I'm like still marinating them. But pretty
Mhm.
much I want to eventually make some type of resource where models can like reach out for help like any time of day, any time at night. Cause like how many times have you been there where you're like, this is glitching or this isn't working or I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? And then who do you call? Or what do you do? Like you have no one to
Ghostbusters.
talk to. You know
There's
what I
no
mean? You
one.
usually just end up giving up. I want to be that person like that you can reach out to. Actually, I like I said, I still have to figure out a way to do it, but that's like really, really big picture. Like eventually
Okay.
making like a helpline, like a some type of something, some type of resource where like it can be 2 in the morning and you can call it and at least if I can help you I will like type of thing and try to figure it out from there.
Yeah, because it's frustrating when you wake up because I know we both get up at odd hours and work and get on cam and stuff. They were like, when do y'all sleep? I don't know when we sleep. I
That's
don't
so
know. But getting up at that time and then you get on your and then something's glitching or something's not working and it's like 2 in the morning, you're frustrated because you're looking all sexy and you were just ready to get online and be cute, and then something messes up or glitches and it's frustrating. You don't have anyone to talk to. You
You're
don't
like, what
have
are you
anyone.
supposed to do? And like these sites have help, but like they're not gonna help you in the middle of the night when they're closed. And then a
Mhm.
lot of times, oh my god, all right, again, not talking ish about like these tech people that help these sites, but I've been in this industry for a long freaking time. I know a lot about like tech and things like that. And they'll straight up just be like, well, what's your internet speed? And I'm just like, okay, if it was my freaking internet, I wouldn't be calling you. Like,
Yeah.
this is weird. And like 9 times out of 10, like it is a weird ass glitch. And sometimes you just want to hear, oh, this is a glitch on our end. None of them will admit fault. They're all just like, it has to be you. Just, it's
Mhm.
you. It's your computer. And I'm like, it's not. It drives me crazy. So like I don't know, like I want to provide like actual assistance when it comes to that, and even when it comes to like little stuff too. Like I've been and I love doing it, but at the same time, it's just like I sometimes end these conversations and I'm like, wow, like imagine if I was getting paid like $1 per minute for that conversation or something like that. Because like I've been on the phone with girls for like 4 or 5 hours, like setting up their profile from bones to like
I'm
actually having
surprised
it,
you haven't
like,
done.
and I'll do it because I love y'all like so much, and I want everyone to be successful, and I don't mind. Like if I have 4 hours of time to spend, it's my day off. I don't mind sitting on the phone with you and
But
making
let's
your
face it, time
charts.
is money. That 4 hours you could have gotten
Yeah,
on
and
video chats or.
I just know how hard it is for new people because like I've been really hard on money too. You know what I mean? And when you ask for help and you really feel clueless, and the girl is like, "Well, $100 or $200." Yeah, it makes sense on her side, but your side, like, you're like, shit, I don't have $100 right now, and then you're like, you feel kind of stuck. So like, I want to like almost do it like phone sex style and have it like per minute. You know what I mean? Where like I can help you guys, and then it's like, okay, at least I'm getting a little bit of something. I don't have to get like a crap ton, but at least I'm getting something for my time. and then like
Yeah.
I can help you to my fullest without feeling at the end like, wow, that was 4 hours.
Yeah, I know. And so I also think about this too. It's just like we want to help these girls, but at the same time, who was really there to just help and guide you along the way? And then I'm also in 2023 about everything being kind of mutually beneficial. It's like when I sat there and wasted all your time trying to help me with that one safer work site, it's like I was like, damn, what can I provide to her that can help? And that's why I was trying to put you on night flirt and everything and just really go into detail. So I thought it's mutually beneficial, but not everybody thinks that way.
Or not everybody can provide that if they're new and stuff like that. Like you
Hmm.
might really not have anything that can be mutually beneficial to me, and you might really just need me, and I don't, and I want to help you, and I'm the type that I have done it for 10 years. Like I will help you for free, but like it just gets to the point where I'm like, all right, like I guess my main goal is to make sure I have a YouTube video that hits all of the things. I even want to make one about tip charts and stuff like that so that like
Hmm.
you do have that resource so that you're not just coming to me to make something or to tell you something that I already said. And like hopefully like a lot of the questions that I get asked in my inbox I can just reference a YouTube video and be like, hey, watch
Hmm.
this one and this one, and there you go. And that it doesn't have to do anything, you know what I mean? But like at the same time, I know that sometimes like you do like you might need that extra help or have a question that like I couldn't maybe answer on YouTube or something. And
Can
then
I
now it's
just
like
say, since you've helped me with my tip menu on Cam, that has been my most favorite tip menu. Just the little things about how putting it at like 69 on like Cam Soda or different little numbers that do different little things. That has really, really helped my sales.
I mean, I wish we all could just like low key have the same tip menu. You know how much money we would all make if like we all train these guys to all give us like a base amount that actually makes
Yes,
sense.
yes, for sure.
So like when people are like, "Can I copy your?" I'm like, literally copy my tip menu exactly. That is my advice to everybody. Just copy it. Like we all
Yeah.
should have the same one.
It's a really, really good tip menu. And, it's been my, out of all five, well, almost 5 years, but out of all these years, it's really been my favorite tip menu. I think it's getting me the sales that I want. It's getting me the money that I want to make. It's showing them like I stopped negotiating my prices. I would like negotiate
That's
my
a big
prices.
one.
That is a big one because it's like, damn, sometimes when you need the money, you wanna oh, they want a discount, so you give them a little bit. Like, this year, no discounts, no nothing. It's like, "This is my price. If you can't get it, then, work an extra shift with
Especially
me."
when it's for something small, I don't understand. Like I'm not playing with that. Like I'm not like that's weird. Like you know what I mean? If you're asking maybe for something like I don't know, let me think of something like if you're asking for let's say like a Skype show, a video, and like a photo set, and you're willing to drop like I don't know, $400 or something, but like that's your cap. And you're like, hey, can you work with me? Like, like how can we do this? I only have $400 to spend, but I want A, B, and C. Then yeah, let's work it out. Let's figure out
Yeah.
how much time I can give. You know what I mean? That's fine. But like if I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, $10 to see a booby, and you're like, how about seven? Like, no,
Come on.
so
Exactly.
stupid.
Because they can't do that at the strip club when they're like,
No, you
"Okay, the
can't
dance
do this
is."
is not right. Like, so it's like,
Exactly,
no.
exactly. It's so
I cannot
silly.
mess with it. I get asked all the time, can you lower the amount for your privates? And I'm like, no, you can come back when you can afford it. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
And
so sorry.
that was another thing, just having that confidence to go up to my privates. When I first started 5 years ago, my privates, I put them at 18 tokens. And I felt like looking back, I felt so silly. Like, why was I shortchanging myself so much? But I think when you come into this industry and you come from working like a regular job, I tried to just make the prices comparable. So when I was making 15 an hour at Whataburger, if I could make that same amount, but I'm just like, no, 15 an hour on Cam, that's not good. Like,
Well, okay, wait. I will say this. I will say that putting a per hour with like a job title on top of your average sometimes will make you feel a little bit better in a sense. Even if it is $15 an hour, you're like, well, I guess I'm making as much as a waitress today. That's fine. Like, you know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
people do live off of that, and that is okay. It doesn't have to be $1,000 a day. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like anytime I make over $100 an hour, I'm just like making doctor money or like, like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Making
yeah,
as much money as a anesthesiologist this today. Like I don't know, like you know what I mean. Like it sometimes is good to put a job on that just because you're kind of like to see like where you are in society because you can
Mhm.
get very blurred by the numbers. Like you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
you can like get to a point like I've even been there in my own head where all of a sudden I'll have a day where I only made $300 and I'm beating myself up and I'm like, bitch, I made $300. Like, let me take a nap. So it's
Yeah, there's a lot of
okay.
people,
Like,
they'll still make $300 a week, or a
that's
little
what I
bit.
mean. So when you put it in frame like that, but yeah, no, when it comes to like Cam, I think it's hard to talk about because it is one of those things where you're like, you don't want to be like, oh, you're selling your body, but you kind of do want to look at it as like your body is this thing that people want to buy pieces of to see.
Mhm.
And you have to kind of look at yourself like that. And it is hard to talk about. And it is hard to wrap your head around, especially when you're like new and trying to make a chart. Like you're like, how much is my boob? That's weird. It is weird. It's freaking weird. This whole entire industry is weird. That's the one thing you have to just you're in a weird job
Mhm.
now. But at the same time, like you don't want to undercut yourself. And then I don't want to say you don't want to oversell yourself either, but like if you do put too high of an amount on it, people are going to be more reluctant. But I've had friends that like price themselves super high and like just stick to their guns and like they have money already, so they aren't coming from any desperate situation. So that's one little difference. Like they aren't coming
Okay.
from like you know and it works. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it works. Like, I had this one girl, she didn't put out any like sexy content. She didn't even do anything sexy on cam. She just like was sexy. Like, she showed boobies. I think that's the most she showed. Like, sometimes like her butt and like little shorts, but that's all she ever did. And then, like, a year into it, she's like, I'm going to drop a solo video. She dropped a solo video and charged $2,000 for it. And she made it. Like, mad people bought it.
You know what? And that's something that I thought about when I first came in. I came in making my solo videos off rip because I'm just like, well, damn, I want to do cam, I want to make content and everything. But I told some of the girls, like, if you want to be a non-nude actress, it in the beginning it might be a little bit of a struggle, but once you get that following going, that consistency, if and when you decide to show nudity, you'll make a killing.
Yeah, no, it's really the truth. That's why I tell everybody like I can't tell you what to do on stream. Like you got to figure that out yourself, but like don't be like, "Oh, I should do this cuz other people are doing it." Like no, do what you literally just do what you want to do. Charge
Mhm.
for it. And then just wait and they'll come. They'll come. I promise. No pun intended. But like
Yeah,
they will arrive. Like,
yeah, for
so it's
sure.
really because I can on one thing I can honestly say is yes. Sometimes I'll sit on cam and some random ass dude will give me $500 I've never seen before, and I'll never see him again. He'll just leave like a wind in the night. But the majority of my money, and then where that consistency lies, aside from myself being consistent, is in my regulars and in the people that are there all the time and that want to support me and that maybe know my story a little bit or like know what I'm trying to do or know who I am and like we have like a relationship, you know what I mean? And those
Mhm.
are the people that are going to drop like the most money, like the people that you can be the most genuine with and stuff that like genuinely want to help you. So that's the environment you're looking to create in the end. Like that's what you want. So like
Mhm.
those people that are just driving by giving you like $20 here and there, like they're not really going to do anything. And if you are the type of person to put that wall up and not form those relationships with those regulars, then like it's going to be hard. It's going to be really inconsistent. You're going to feel weird pricing things. You might not price yourself enough. Like, you know what I mean? Cause you're just like, oh, but they're just drive bys. Like, but they're not. Like, like I don't even like calling them fans. I just don't know what to call them. But I love my fans. I love my customers. I love my supporters, whatever you want to call them, so much.
Yeah.
Like we talk so much. Like they don't know everything about me, but they know enough about me. You know what I mean? I know enough about them and their lives and stuff like that. I check in on them. I know about their moms. I know some of their birthdays. Like I love having that. It's
Yes,
fun. Like
yes. See, you make it very personable and you connect with your fans. And I think the difference, because right now I have a lot of like porn star friends. And so I feel like I'm the only cam girlfriend to like my porn stars. But I
I was
really
there.
focus on selling my personality. And cam, I feel like some of them try to come and do cam and then I have to try to teach them like it's a little bit different. It's not just getting on there sucking your dildo or whatever. Like you really want to sell your personality. You want to build community. You know that's really important to do that on cam. So it's work. It's a lot, but it's fun.
I'm a big believer in like even when it even comes to like mainstream porn, I don't really believe that I don't really like the way a lot of mainstream porn is nowadays. There are companies doing it correctly right now, like Adult Time Network. There's a few others like of course now I can't think of them, but like that are doing it right. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But at the same time, like I feel like the industry as a whole needs to sit down and be like, how can we humanize ourselves more? Because the sooner
Oh.
that we're looked at as humans, because we're not, the sooner that we're looked at as humans, the sooner that not only the industry will just thrive as far as like the content that will be made and stuff, but also like legislation and things that we're fighting for, laws that need to be put into place to stop things like human trafficking and things like that will happen if we're looked at as humans, and we're not. We're
Mm.
looked at as like these like outliers, as these bad dirty things
Second
from
class
like,
citizens.
you know, and it's like we're not, we're moms, we're teachers, we're normal people in society. We do normal things. We're wives, we're girlfriends, we're, you know what I mean, we're college students, we're want to be nurses, or like everyone has a story, everyone has like an origin story. We're not all just like these homeless youths like that are crawling from the streets like yes, some of us are, and they're human too. But when it comes down to it, a lot of us, especially now with OnlyFans and stuff, are just regular people. And it's like the sooner we can humanize ourselves in the eyes of not only the industry and our fans, but also like society as a whole, the better everything is. So just on a
Mhm.
small scale, I find it is really important to humanize yourself with with like your customers, with your fans. I'm not saying tell them your entire life story, where you live and your whole history, but I'm saying like maybe to an extent relating with them on some level and showing them that you are that person, like, you know what I mean, not having everything so choreographed. I find a lot of like the porn stars that do start camming, like you said, like don't really have a lot of success because they are very like choreographed. They have this like thing that they like turn on when they're in front of the camera, and then they're like, ooh, blah, 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 like you know what I mean, instead
Yeah.
of being like a person. And like to this day, to this day, like when you go to a private with me, I'm not gonna move. You're gonna take me private. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna be like, hey, and then I'm gonna be like, so what do you want to do now that you have me to yourself? Like, what are we doing? Because some people just
Mhm.
want to talk, and some people want
Yes.
so much
Oh,
more, and you don't
don't
want to be
rush.
like, yeah, you don't want to be immediately taking off your clothes and like act like, you know what I mean, just chill. And like that, creating that relationship, create like showing them that, hi, I'm a person. Like so
Yes.
important.
Yes, that's very, very important. I think that's really like the number one tip. Don't get into private or on phone sex. Don't rush into sex because a lot of these guys, like I've done that and I've embarrassed myself because they would just want to sit there and talk. They're like, "Why are you taking off your shirt?" I'm just like,
That happened to me once. All I needed to do is happen to me once in a private. Some guy was like, "Put your shirt back on, sweetie," and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." Put this away. I never. It was like
yes.
I think I was in like my second year or something, and I never did that again. I was like, "Oh god, never again."
I'm like, I thought this is what you wanted, but you just want to talk to me, okay?
Because I don't think I was dehumanized to me. I think that's a big thing too. Like a lot of these girls, they take away their own humanity in a way because it is weird to like put prices on yourself and stuff like that. So like they're
Yeah.
not looking at themselves as necessarily completely human, and they don't even
Mhm.
realize it. You know what I mean? So I think, and that was me. Like I think I got so used to guys being like immediately wanting to like to do something sexual, and that when that one guy finally was like, "Nah, I just want to get to know you in private, away from chat," I was like,
Yeah.
"People want that? Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And I mean, this happened when I was new, but at the same time, I think that's what really like, yeah. After that happened that one time, never again. Every time I started private, I was just like myself, and I was like, "Hey, what's up? What do you want to do?" And like, you'll be surprised. A lot of guys really just want to like don't want the extreme. Like they're just like, can you just look into the camera and say my name? And you're just like, Dave. And they're like, oh. And you're like, cool.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You don't
Yes.
even have to get undressed. They're just like, say Dave over and over again. You're like, all right, baby, let's go. You know, so it's like,
Oh my gosh, I love these guys on camera. They can be so much fun.
what is like the weirdest, like, or what's like your most memorable? I don't like when people ask my weirdest because I have so many weird ones. But what's like your most memorable, like funny private or like interaction you've had? What's a good
Let's
one?
see. Oh my gosh. Let me think. Let me think. Um. Okay, so I know some girls don't like it, but to me, it's kind of fun because it's funny and cute. But when they ask me to like oink like a pig, I don't like. Okay, it doesn't offend. I really don't get offended by much, especially when they're so polite and they're like, "Well, can I just call you this and act? Can you act like a pig?" And they're so like
As long as
respectful.
they ask and you're okay with it, that's fine.
Hmm.
Like,
So to be sitting there and like doing like stuff like that on cam is I don't know, those just like stand out to me. They're just fun and cute to me. What about
that's
you?
funny. I I have a lot. I have so many, and I have even that recent one that I was talking about on TikTok with like the puppets. Did you hear that one?
No, okay, so I've been off TikTok for a while. I'm trying to get back on.
So Reese, this one's my most recent. This isn't my favorite. I'll like, ooh, sorry, my phone. I'll, ooh, it's a suck in my battery, man. I will, I'll mention my favorite after this. But this guy, he came in and he was just like, okay, he's like, I have a weird request. He's like, I hope you're okay with it. You seem really nice. And I was just like, yeah, I'm down. What's up? And he was
Mhm.
like, all right. He's like, I want you to get two socks and put them on your hands and make them puppets. And I want you to like act out like a romance scene, but I really like the sound of kissing. So I want you to make sure like they're kissing a lot and you're making the sound. And I was just like, okay. So like I got
Mhm.
two socks and I was just
Oh
like,
my goodness.
I don't even remember this. I think his name was I don't know. I'm gonna make it up. It was like Andrew or something. And I was just like, I love you, Andrew. Like blah blah. And I was like, and he's like, oh my god, yes, exactly what I want. That's what he wanted for like 10 minutes. I was like, all right.
Oh my goodness, that's
It
so
was great.
cute.
I love him so much. And then my other one that I have a YouTube, like I talked about on YouTube, is this guy came in and I think this was on MFC. He wanted me to just look into the camera and just keep repeating in different ways, juicy, crunchy carrots.
Oh, okay. I watched that YouTube
Yeah,
video.
he was
Yeah.
just like, just sit. So that one sticks with me to this day. Like to this day, because I told this story, I'll get like customers that have seen my YouTube come in and they'll just be like, they'll like tip me and they'll be like, "Can you just say it? Can you say juicy crunchy carrots?" And I'm like,
Juicy,
"Goodbye."
crunchy carrots.
And he would be like, "Slower. Okay, now faster. Okay, okay, say juicy again." I'd be like, "Juicy." He'd be like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Word."
Hey, whatever works.
Literally word. I don't know, man. Like,
They're so
uh,
creative.
it's so
What really like turns
honestly
them
it's
on.
like what's that rule 38 or whatever where like every if anything can be sexual it is. It's so true. It's so true.
Hmm.
Everything is sexual.
For sure, for sure. So, is there anything else that you wanted to get across while we're here on YouTube Live, or something that you want to promote, or?
Honestly, just follow my YouTube channel if subscribe if you're interested in cam tips and stuff like that. I'm gonna be revisiting a lot of my old videos as well and doing like updates and reactions and stuff to it.
Okay.
That's really it for now. If you wanna join all of that. Other than that, I'm not really doing anything. Just
Okay,
focus
okay.
on my
So make sure
YouTube.
I'm gonna share
Subscribe
you
to
a
Paisley.
yes, please subscribe to my channel if you're not. I've really been trying to push this channel for the past year, just really pushing out content and
I have your channel in my description now. Always, it's gonna be on all my videos. It'll be like you're on there.
oh, thank
So,
you so much.
so I got you with
Oh
at
my
least
gosh, I just
that.
love you so much.
Yes, but thanks
Well,
for having me. I hope we can do this more. This was fun.
yes, for sure, for sure. We need to get on your channel as well. We can alternate because the only thing I think this feature with YouTube going live with someone is so new that they haven't managed to get. You know how like if you go live with someone on Instagram, like they can still see that you're live. On
Hmm.
YouTube, it doesn't work that way. So it's like everybody from Secret Life of a Cam Girl, they're not seeing this notification.
No, yeah,
And so I wish YouTube would fix it where both parties could see it. But we can. I'm down to alternate. So
yeah, definitely. It'd
mutually
be nice.
beneficial.
We could do little topics or something. Have like a cute little like moment.
Yes, for sure, for sure. Well, thank you for coming on here. I really
You're
appreciate
so
it.
welcome. I had fun. By
All
the way, I
right,
wanted to say this the whole time. Your hair looks so pretty. Like I love your curls
girl.
right now.
Oh my gosh. So for years, I just been wearing the blonde because I haven't. I feel like being this complexion. Okay, well, I'm ethnically ambiguous. I understand that. But at the end of the day, like I've been wearing this blonde wig for the longest that I haven't showed my natural hair. And I feel like I used to feel so uncomfortable, but it literally made me cry when girls were thinking they needed to buy pictures of like skinny white models just to sell. And so ever since they told me that I've been doing this thing, I haven't really been wearing foundation like that. Kind of been doing natural. Of course, I need my lashes or I look like a naked mole rat, but I've just been trying to keep it light, natural, simple. So our natural beauty is pretty, and we've gotten so far removed from that that we want to put on filters and all this makeup. And I love makeup just as much as the next girl.
Those filters scare me. None of those filters look good on me. I don't know why everyone looks so good with some of those filters on. I look weird. I look like handsome Squidward.
Handsome Squidward.
Like I'll use the ones that like kind of change like the colors. Like the one I use on TikTok has like a peachy pastelly vibe, but like none of
Mhm.
them change my face. Like any of those filters, I don't know if it's just because of my face or what, but I look crazy. Like straight crazy.
Oh my gosh. So
I
yeah,
can't do it.
I just want to show them that natural beauty can be pretty, just as pretty as well. And guys still like that, even on cam. And I regretted it for a long time. Like, you have to wear makeup every single time you're on cam. But sometimes when I get on there and I'm just like this, I make so much money and I'm just like, wow. And even though it doesn't make me feel, I've had to get comfortable in my own skin. I think it took me a long time to get there. I think that's what it is. So thank you for the compliment.
No, you look
Um,
gorgeous.
thank you, thank you,
Truly.
thank you.
Keep it up.
I mean, I'm gonna try, y'all. I'm gonna try until I go get my silk pressed again because I like my natural hair flat iron too. So,
So this is my all of my hair right now. It's all me. But my whole thing with my hair is it's curly like yours, but I
mhm,
like it just is a preference. I like it on other people because I think you look gorgeous, but I don't like short hair. I can't do it. Like I just can't. When it's a
mhm.
wig, when I'm like Tina or something, that's different. But like when my hair is cause when it's curly, it's like probably like right here.
It shrinks up when my hair looks
I
a
just
lot
I
longer when it's straightened.
but like if you look back a couple of years, like I want to say like 2017, 2016 AVN, when my hair is curly, that's me. Like when I did my X-Biz shoot, like that's me. But like I cut my hair since then because I dyed it blonde and like it all like broke off and stuff. So like my hair
Mhm.
is finally getting to a place where it's healthy. I
It
feel
looks
like
really
next
good.
summer I'll be able to like leave it out in curly because it'll probably be like this long with curls and that I can
Mhm.
handle. But like when it's short, I don't know my brain. Like I have so much body dysmorphia already. I can't handle that. Like I
But you're
just can't
so pretty, and that's what I always tell you. You're so pretty.
Thank you. But like that's my whole thing. Like I like people are like, why do you always straighten your hair? And I'm like, It's not that I don't like my curls, it's that I don't like it short. Like, it's really
Mhm.
just the length for me.
Yeah, my curly hair makes my hair look a hell of a lot shorter. Looks so much longer
It's
when
the
it's flat
shrinkage.
on.
It's real. It's real, man.
It
And they
really
have like
is.
curly extensions, but they're not the same curl pattern that's gonna come out naturally. It's gonna look weird. Like, and I
Mm-mm.
tried it, and just so you can tell the difference really easily. And I'm just like, you know what? It's fine. I'll be able to have my curly hair again soon. I'm not bleaching my hair ever again.
Well, your hair has grown so much. That's so long. So
It
that's
got
crazy.
so long. Like, it's like insanely long now. I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
happened. It's that rosemary oil, dude.
Well, shoot, I might need to try some of that
I'm
out.
telling you, I thought it was castor oil this whole time. Then I started using rosemary oil and the Mayel, like that, the drops. This one. I literally keep it on my desk. I'm telling you,
Ooh.
I'm telling you, it's like $9. Buy it. It lasts you like 3 months.
Well, shoot, I'm gonna go get me something.
It
Thank
literally made my
you.
hair grow so much. All right, but I love you. My phone is dying, and I know you want to
Ye-
get back to your friends.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for having me. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Pansy.